Hello friends, in this particular video I'm going to focus on all the basic and critical information, right, that you need to implement before proceeding with any attack. And in my previous both attack loss video I have already informed regarding the counter troops attacking order, the benefits of layering, and also the what should be the order of attacking if you want to crack down any defensive city, right? So firstly, guys, let's start with the the layering and the March preset part. Exactly how exactly you need to make the March preset, right? So guys, for that, firstly, let me inform you one thing, that whole game is revolving around the buff, debuff, and your March size. When you proceeding with the attack, right, your winning possibility depends upon what are your buffs and what are the debuff you bringing, and also what is your March size, and also definitely compared to the enemy defense stat as well, right? So firstly, how exactly you need to make the March preset, guys? For that, firstly, guys, you have to go into the Monarch gear, select this March size capacity one, right? And afterwards, you need to go to the city buff, and in the city buff, guys, you have to select this junior March size increase, right? All of your March presets should be on the junior March size increase. And why the junior March size increase, not the medium and senior? Because medium and senior are not easy to achieve, and junior March size increase buff is easy to achieve, right? So I want all of you to make the March preset on the junior March size increase, right? Let me give you the example. Here, guys, in the Viking challenge, if you can complete all the 50 hard Vikings, right, then you can easily achieve the 10 junior March size increase buff per week. Those are more than sufficient to fulfill your needs, right? So that's why, make the March preset on the junior March size increase, right? And then over here, right, for the archers, right, firstly attach all of your subsidy, because we're gonna use the debuff from over here, and afterwards, go with the all the small layers and big layer, and make the and do the layering from top to bottom, right, as I informed in the first part of the video, right? From top to bottom you have to do the layering, right, for archers, and even for the calves, top to bottom, even for the grounds, guys, attach all the subsidy and all the layers from top to bottom, and then save the preset, right? And if in case you use the siege, then also the siege machine as well, right? And then save the preset, right? So that whenever you just click over here, you can use exactly the same order that you have defined in the March preset, right, for all troop types, right? And after that, what, guys, you need to do it, guys, this Monarch gear is giving the huge quantity of buff, and what I'm seeing that many players are not using it effectively, right? Some of them having the random gear, put it up over here, and they're using all the marches, over the same gear, right? Or what they're doing, they're using the old troop attack. Guys, don't do it, right? Firstly, let me show you the difference between the old troop or simply using the one single troop buff over here. What is the difference, guys? Firstly, it gives the more buff in the percentage, plus it also add the flat refines as well, right? And in the old troop attack, obviously it had the less percentage, plus there is no flat refine. Obviously it applied over the all, but still there are the less buff, right? So guys, what you need to do, you need to make the Monarch gear combination just like I am doing right now, right? You can see all of these are the the mounted gear buff that is giving. These are the mounted gear that is being selected, right? So if I click range over here, equip, now you can see all of these are the range one. Now if I click on the ground, now you can see all of these have automatically changed to the ground one, right? And over here the mass size capacity. And if over here you have the these one, you can select it, otherwise just leave this part, whatever you want to put it, right? Even same over here, if you have the these kind of one, you can select it, otherwise just select whatever you want it, right? So how exactly you need to make the this Monarch gear combination? Firstly, select whatever the troop buff you want, like the mounted troop defense I'm putting up, here mounted troop HP I'm putting up, here the master is capacity, right? For the mounted, right, I have put attack, defense, and HP. Now over here, add new combination, select anyone, and just mention the name, like mount, and click on the save. Now you can see that this mount has been created. So I will click on it. So it will automatically give me the all the gears that is relevant to the mounted only, right? Similarly, you can do it for the all, right? For the range, ground, siege, for the all. So that whenever you proceeding with the any march, you can select from over here, right? And can get the instant huge quantity of buff, right? And next thing, let me speak about the shrine as well, guys. Shrine is also giving the, the good buff. You can see it over here, depending on your, level of shrine. You can see it over here. It is giving the buff range troop attack 20%, siege machine 20%, mounted troop defense 20%, ground troop defense 20%. So it requires in total 20, to activate the buff for the 24 hour. Mine are already activated, right? So what you can do initially, 6 or 7 offering, you can do it through the gems. Those will require the 600 or 1000 gems, right? And rest you can do it through the tribute, right? You don't have to use these in the battlefield. In the KE or SVS, in the escalated time, you can use your shrine buff as well, right? Now, how to get this tribute, guys? These are easily achievable one. How you can do it, right? Even from the guys, from the black market, try to refresh it as much as you can, because over here also the tributes appear. So whenever it appears, try to buy it, right? And even apart from it, guys, what you can do in the alliance signs, you can make the donation, and depending upon your alliance point, right, you can buy it from the alliance shop as well, right? The per day capacity is, I think, is the in total 5, right? So daily you can buy it from over here as well, so that whenever you required, you can use the buff from the shrine as well, right? Plus, whenever you're going for the attack, right, obviously you always need to choose the junior march size increase. Only then you would be have the proper layering in your march preset, right? And afterwards, what you need to do, you need to activate the all of these buff, right, to get all of these buff instantly, right? And now, guys, let me speak about the general part as well. Now, suppose let's take the example of the, your range march. Suppose, guys, if you are the FTP or the low coiner, so as a main general, guys, always use the general. Those are freely available in the tavern. And simply the reason is why, because for the ascending and to achieve all of these buff, you would be needing the dozens of the same general copy, right? So same thing you cannot do with the new general, right? So you have to use the freely available general, whose copy you can easily achieve from the tavern or any other means, right? And these ascending guys not only just give the buff from over here, ascending also add the some value in all of these attribute as well, right? So you gain the more buff, right? So that's why ascending is so much important. And in the ascending general, guys, you can use any general, any new general, that is going with the combination, right? Same you have to do with the all the generals, right? Even with the cash freely available one. And in the assistant one, you can use any new general that is giving the good buff and also going with the combination, right? Even for the another ground one as well, use the freely available one, and in the assistant one, you can use any new general, that is going with the combination, right? For the siege guys, you can see I'm using the new general, and simply the reason is why, because I don't know whether in this lifetime I would be able to reach the siege march or not, and can even think about ascending the siege general, right? Now another critical thing is what, guys, is the skill book. So what skill book you need to use on your attack marches? Let me show it to you. Now, guys, these are the skill book I'm mentioning in this particular image that you have to use on all of your attack marches, right? Guys, I see that people understand the meaning of range troop, range bonus, and put it on the, the archer general. But I see that many players do not put up the ground troop speed and the mounted troop speed. Guys, these are also the very important into the PvP must to have. So your ground troop general should and must have this particular skill book, whether any other skill book is there or not, right? Even same goes for the mounted troop general. Mounted troop speed should and must be there, right? Firstly, guys, all of these skill book are must to have, right? March size capacity, you should and must put it. Now, suppose, guys, if you are using the Minamoto, you will not be able to use the range troop attack. If in case you are unable to put up the range troop attack, no issue, put the rest of the skill book, right? And rest of the slot is your choice, whatever you want to put up. But firstly, you need to fill all the slot with the skill book, right? Same for the ground, same for the mounted, whatever you can put up, you need to put all those skill, on all those slots, right? And in the siege, guys, use siege machine range bonus and all of these, right? And if in case you're using the siege march, I have also mentioned that on weapon, you need to use the ring where you have the siege attack range, right? To actually benefit from the siege march, right? So these are the skill book, guys, that you need to put on your attack marches, the must one, right? Now, guys, let me speak about the debuff part. Pretty important one. Whenever you attacking any player, you need to attach your subordinate city where debuff gates are there, debuff generals are there to give you the best outcome. Otherwise, without debuff, guys, it is very hard to get the good outcome, right? So let's speak about the debuff gates, guys. So guys, on your subordinate city, whatever the debuff general you're putting up, you need to put up all of these, the debuff gears, right? So guys, I'm already mentioning all the gears over here. I mean, I'm mentioning the name as well. Akmede Axe, Courageous Akmede Armor. So what you need to do, just go to the forge, click on the weapon and see whether the same name is there or not. The Akmede Axe. If same name is there, just force that weapon and put it on your debuff general on subordinate city. Same for all of these pieces, right? The courageous Akmede helmet, fearless Akmede leg armor, courageous Akmede ring, courageous Akmede boots, courageous Akmede armor, right? In the ring part, guys, why I'm mentioning the both of these two rings, because this one is giving the range troop attack debuff, and this one is giving the mounted troop HP debuff and also the ground troop HP debuff, right? Right. So guys, both of these two rings are pretty important, right? If in case you have the T1 defense, then this ring is so important in the defense, right? To put it on all of your subordinate city. But still, if you're going for the attack, right, then mounted troop HP debuff is pretty important, as initial attack, will or opening attack will gonna be the range troop attack so that you can kill the caps within the enemy city, right? So even this ring is also important. So guys, now this is what you need to decide how exactly you want to balance in between the both of these ring in your subordinate city, right? And apart from it, guys, initially, all of these gears are important. Put it on all of your subordinate city, and afterwards, once you have the experience into the PvP and you want to, the hardcore debuff, some specific troop, then rest of those things you can implement later, right? Now let me show you guys what these gears are delivering. Over here, ground troop HP, range troop HP debuff. Over here, the siege machine attack and mounted troop defense debuff. Over here, it is giving the mounted troop attack and siege machine attack debuff, the range troop attack debuff, and another ring is the mounted troop HP and ground troop HP debuff. And over here you can see the range troop defense and siege machine attack debuff. Alternate is the mounted troop attack debuff, and over here the ground troop HP and the ground troop defense debuff, right? So these are the gates you have to use it on your subordinate city. And if you can find any general those are giving the ground troop attack debuff as well, guys, put it on your subordinate city, because ground troop attack is what that you would be lacking in your debuff. So it would be wonderful if you can compensate those through the general, right? Otherwise, guys, for the T1 defense, it's always the range troop debuff. But if you're going for the attack, then you need to balance all of these things, right? Now, apart from it, guys, what also you need to do it, right? This is also the very important thing. These three skill book you need to put it on your subordinate city general, right? First, the level 4 training capacity, then the level 4 training speed, and then the level 4 rebirth, mean increase subordinate city troop that to survival rate by 5%. And guys, these three skill book, is important to be there on your subordinate city general, right? Guys, you can also 5-star your subordinate city general. Plus you can, if you want, then you can even cultivate this leadership part as well, right? And guys, why I'm saying it so, because in the leadership part there is a subordinate city training speed, that is giving the training speed buff, plus 93%. If I will at the more value over here, then these buff will also going to increase, right? Now guys, why exactly I'm asking you to put all of this skill book 5 star, and speaking about this leadership, let me tell you the reason why I'm telling you. Guys, right now you can see I have the 857 and some troops present within the all the subordinate city, right? And when you have the zero troops over here, then what is that means? That the if there is no troop present within the subordinate city, then if you will go for the attack, then you would not be able to use the debuff from the subordinate city, as there is no troop present within the subordinate city, right? So for that, what we want, that we should have the training capacity as much as possible. We should have the more troops, right? Plus we want that we should have the more training speed. Means what? Even if in case we have the zero troops present within the subordinate city, within the less time period, we should be able to retrain our troops and should be able to use our debuff once again, right? And that is why we also have this rebirth skill book, right? What it is doing, that whenever any attack is coming up, it is allowing us to have these some survivor from the all those troops. And as long as, guys, we have at least one troop within the subordinate city, we can use our debuff, from the that particular subordinate city, whatever the gear we are putting on that particular subordinate city, right? So that's why, guys, it is important to put all of these skill books, even 5 star your general. And even if in case you want, you can improve the leadership attributes as well, right? Apart from it, guys, but also you can do it in the research part. You can go to the subordinate city, guys. You can see the troop training options are there for the subordinate city specifically, and the survival rate option is there, from top to bottom. So try to do as much as research over here so that you can have the better survivability, or also the more training speed within the subordinate city, right? So that there shouldn't be any problem in terms of using the debuff from the subordinate city. So right now, guys, let me show you the practical application, right? Exactly how you have to use all of these things, while going for the attack, right? So guys, firstly, what do you need to do before attempting any attack? You need to activate firstly this junior march size increase buff, right? And why? Because we have made the march preset according to it. So without using this, you would not have the proper layering in the March preset. So you have to use this March size increase buff. Then afterwards, activate this advanced 1 hour attack increase that gives you 20%. And even the from the old troop defense, this 20% one, the old troop HP, this 20% one, you have to activate it, right? And afterwards your first attack would gonna be the range one, then quickly select the over here range one, right? And guys, how I do the things, let me show you. I have the T1 defense, so I usually have all of my attack marches ghosted like that, right? Let me show you, guys. you know I ghost all of my attack marches like that, right? Some extra caps, right? And right now some little siege as well, right? So what I do whenever going for the attack, I simply activate all of these buffs, right? And simply select my range troop buff over here, right? All of Monarch gear is over the range troop, even the master is capacity, and then just simply release my march from over here, and just simply go for the attack, right? In the march preset, you can see the my subordinate city is already attached, where I have put up the debuff general and all the debuff gear, and all the layerings are there, big layers are there from top to bottom, and I simply click on the march buff and do the troop march speed up quickly, to for the attack part. And suppose if in case you need the second attack, your first attack is being lost, then quickly recall it, quickly choose from over here the calves. As second attack, we were gonna do it with the calves, and quickly go for the calves attack. You just need to click on the your March preset option, and all the subsidy and the layering would be automatically there. Just click over here, right, and quickly speed up the march, right, right, for the second attack. And even if in case second one is also not sufficient, quickly recall your march, right? Because you're gonna need the third one. Quickly select the ground troop buff, as the third one would gonna be the ground one, right? Release the march from over here, right? As your debuff is also written, then quickly select the your over the march preset. Quickly select the the ground one and click the attack, right? And simply, and third attack is also done. Shrine buff, guys, you can activate it, right? Whenever there is any criticality in the battlefield, you do not need to activate it, right? Now, guys, apart from it, there is a very important thing that I want all of you guys to pay attention to. Guys, in the battlefield, whenever you're making the one attack after another, even your first attack is being lost, there is no issue, right? You can recall your troops back so that your debuff can come back, and then you can go with the another attack, right? With again with the debuff, right? But in the KE and also in the SVS, things will not go like that. Once your first attack is lost, right, then afterwards, guys, what you need to do, you need to check the status of your subordinate city general, right? Because most potentially all of your subordinate city general will die if you have the first attack lost, right? So in that case, guys, what do you need to do from the shrine? Firstly, you need to revive all of your subordinate city general, right? And only afterwards, you guys, you should go for the second attack, right? Otherwise, if in a hurry you recall your first march and quickly attempted the second attack in a in a mindset that automatically the in a march preset your subsidy is already attached, then guys, it would not gonna be there, because all of your subsidy general would be already died in the KESVS once you have the first attack lost, right? So after each attack loss, you have to revive your subordinate city generals, right? So this is the thing, guys, you must remember, right? And that's how, guys, you should use your monarch gear combination, so that you should always go with the maximum number of the buff as you can, right? And guys, in the game there are thousands of the ways to get the more buffs. Unfortunately, I cannot speak about the everything. I'm only covering up the pretty basic and easily achievable things, right, that you can implement exactly right after this particular video, if in case you're not already doing it, right, guys? And apart from it, guys, now for those people, guys, who do not have the T1 defense, what they're doing, they already only have the limited number of the troops, right? And they have the march preset for all the marches. So what they do, they ghost all of their troops and then just only attack. So whenever is coming for the anyone is coming for the attack, simply there is nothing in their city, right? So those people, guys, should not keep this option as a the marked, right? Keep it unchecked, right? Because through this way, what will happen, whenever anyone will going to attack you, your subordinate cities will not going to be present, so they will not be able to kill your subordinate city troops, right? So your debuff will not going to be affected, right? But guys, those who doing the T1 defense or any kind of the defense, guys, keep it always checked. Otherwise, you will not have the debuff within your in your city. So guys, I think this is it regarding the basic part and the criticality part. Apart from it, guys, if you are starting into the PvP, so for the better experience, guys, I will say, firstly start from the lower power alliances, have the easy matchup, experience the all these stuffs, how these things are working, and once you have the experience and you have seen that how all of these things are working, then let's move to the higher power alliances, right? And I know that, guys, some of you would be like that, if we have the signing power less, then obviously we would not gonna have the difficult matchup, right, guys? I understand that, but why I'm saying all of these things, that do not count on any of this if and but scenarios, right? I know that in the all alliances, players have their own schedules. Sometimes there would be the good number of players, those who are joining, and sometimes there could be the less number of the players, right? But let's not count on any of these if and but scenario, right? Start with the the lower power alliance. Now, regardless of whether the less people are joining or the good people are joining, still you would be having the good experience, right? So, guys, I think, yep, this is it for this particular video. And I hope guys you like this content. If yes, then please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. And thank you guys. Thanks for watching, and bye bye for now.